Hi guys, it's Jen and you're watching Taste Test Cooking. And in the spirit of Easter, yes I know I'm a little late, but better late than never, I'm going to be making a Easter bread. It's actually a Italian ricotta Easter bread, and it's from the Taste of Home's April-May issue. So this is the first time I've done anything from the Taste of Home's, and there's a lot of ingredients, which is a little bit scary since I've never made a bread before, but we're going to cross our fingers and hope for the best. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the ingredients, and then we're going to bake it and taste it. Okay, so the ingredients are 3/4 cups of shortening at room temperature, 1½ cups of sugar, 3 eggs at room temperature, 3 egg yolks. We got a cup of ricotta, a teaspoon of almond extract, 6, yes, you heard me, 6 cups of flour. I have never used this much flour in a recipe before, which really scares me. But 6 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Yes, I said tablespoon. I even cleaned my glasses to ensure that I read that right. It says 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 cup of milk. And then for the glaze, we got 1½ cups of powdered sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract, 3 tablespoons of milk, and some sliced almonds. You can use sprinkles, it says too, but if I use sprinkles, my husband won't eat it. So we're going to go with almonds. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the first step, and we'll find out how it goes. Okay, so the first thing that it says is to beat the shortening and the sugar until fluffy. All right. Here goes nothing. Okay, so I beat the shortening and the sugar together to light and fluffy, which is a little hard because it didn't really mix well, but it's fluffy now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the eggs one at a time and beat in between each egg as well as the egg yolk. So we'll go from there and see how it goes. So let's crack the first egg. And no shell, no shell, no shell. Here we go. 1. And let's put it in. Okay, so I've beaten in the eggs, and now I'm going to put the ricotta and the almond extract. Now, let me tell you, I've never used almond extract before, and it smells so good. So I'm actually looking forward to this. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll be back. Okay, so now it's telling me to put the egg mixture to the side. So I put that to the side, and now I'm going to do the dry ingredients. So it's 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Put that all down there. And 1 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to whisk it all together, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so now it's telling me to put the flour mixture into the egg mixture, alternating it between the milk and the flour. Does that make sense? I hope it did, but I'll show you. So I'm going to put a little bit of flour. I'm going to beat. Okay. Then I'm going to add a little bit of milk. I'm going to beat. And then I'm going to do it all over again. Okay, so I've taken it out of the bowl and I'm kind of left with like this clump of goo. It's telling me to knead it. So I'm going to try to knead it on a floured surface and hope that it gets less gooey and more bready. But we'll see. So let's start kneading. Okay, so I kneaded the dough and I'm actually impressed. It actually looks like bread dough anyways. So now it's telling me to break it into 3 parts and roll them into long strips. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to take 1, 2, I think that's not very even. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So now I'm going to roll them into strips. It's like playing with Play-Doh. We'll go from there and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I finally rolled them. Let me tell you, that took some work. And my muscles are killing me. Wow. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put them, they're about the same length. I didn't realize how hard that would be. And now it's telling me to pinch the top together here, which I'm going to do, and then braid, which for me, I don't even braid my daughter's hair. I'm not very good at it. So we're going to see how this goes. All right. So Yeah, let's see. So maybe if I like, okay, like that. That. Braid here. I think like this. Like I said, people, I'm not very good at braiding, so I'm trying my best here to braid. Or I don't think that's right. Hold on, I'm doing it. Okay, so if I were to braid her hair, I would go like this. No, no, no. Like I said, I'm not very good, so I'm gonna try to tackle this and see how it goes, but we'll go from there. Alright guys, I figured out the braiding and I got it. It finally came out. There you go. It's as good as I'm going to get it. And now it's telling me to put it on a baking sheet and bake at 350, which I've already preheated the oven, for 45 to 55 minutes. It also says don't overbake, so I'm going to put it for 50 minutes. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do is the glaze. So let me put this in the oven and we'll get on to the glaze. Okay, now we're going to make the glaze, which is pretty easy. It just says to mix the sugar, the extract, oops, and the milk until smooth. So we're going to do that now. And then once it's done, we'll put it all together and we'll taste it, the best part. All right. Okay, so I took it out of the oven and whoa, did it explode. It actually looks a lot bigger than the picture does, but I'll show you the picture and mine after I've done everything. So now what we're going to do is it tells me to put the glaze on while it's still hot. So now I'm going to put the glaze on and let's see how it goes. All right, so I'm going to put the glaze on and then I'm going to put the almonds on top and then I'll show you a picture of what it looks like and what theirs looks like and we'll see. Okay. Okay, so this is what mine ended up looking like. I actually think it looks pretty good. This is what theirs looks like. Now theirs looks a lot thinner, not as large, but we'll see. So now we're going to cut into it and taste it because that's the true test. Okay, so I cut myself a slice and I have the whole slice because you can't really taste something with just a bite because on the initial bite it might taste good, but then when you eat the whole slice it's like, eh. And that's what happened with this one. The first bite was like, wow, this is great. Halfway through it, it was really dry. I had to add some butter. If it was just the top where the glaze was, amazing. But the actual bread part, which is more like a cake, not so great. I'm going to have to give it about a 3. Would I make it again? Absolutely not. Beautiful to look at, not so tasty. But it was fun making. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a like down below and let me know what you think. If you want me to try anything else, leave some comments below. Thanks. See you next week.